Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Tori Lynn. Let's blossom today. Halloween is, well, tomorrow. So this year I wanted to bippity boppity bring you guys a video of my costume for this year. I decided I wanted to be Cinderella's fairy godmother. I just think she's so cute. She's so adorable. I just think it would be so much fun to be her for Halloween. Although I'm not doing anything for Halloween at all, like nothing exciting. I'm probably going to be spending the day with my family. I just wanted to still do something, some sort of fun little costume. So I pulled together an outfit. I did purchase a few things. I pulled a few things out of my closet, repurposed a few things, and bibbity boppity bam, here we are. So if you guys want to see what I used, how I got here, what I did to create this look, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let's just get into the video. Right. Let's just jump right into the skin. So I'm going to be starting with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I'm kind of basing my costume off of the cartoon Cinderella, the 1950s, whatever, fairy godmother. And she's an older lady, but she's got nice, pretty smooth skin. So I'm just kind of placing this all over. Plus, this will give you nice, smooth skin for photos. And this will keep you a little more matte, which will be good. And I just love how this primer makes your skin look. It's very, very good for filling in those pores. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless in the shade 110, which is Porcelain. It's the perfect shade for me right now. I am super pale right now. I have lost all of my summer tan, and I'm just rocking my fall, winter, whatever paleness. If you guys haven't watched any of my, Halloween costume videos, they're very, I don't want to say my costumes are makeshifty, but I like to save as much money as I can and use a lot of stuff that I already own if I can. I try to use clothing items and things that I already own from home. So part of my outfit and stuff that I will be wearing for this costume were things that I own, and some of it was stuff that I have purchased. I will talk about later in the video that obviously the fairy godmother in Cinderella and the older cartoon version, she has like a short pixie cut. She has short white hair, and you know, if I was really serious about this, going to a big event or whatever, I would probably purchase a wig, but I'm not going to be working. I'm not going to be going anywhere except for spending the day with my family. So I'm not going to be buying a wig, but I will show you guys what I plan to do with my hair. Obviously, if you guys are following this video, you know, trying to get ideas, then I would recommend buying a white long bang pixie cut wig. I think would be a good option. I'm all about saving money where I can, and just like I said, I'm not doing anything for Halloween, so I thought buying a wig honestly would just be a waste of money for me. Last year I bought a wig for Coraline. In that video, I did do a video on that costume, and I will link it down below. And I don't think I bought a wig for my video. I think in that video, I decided to spray, buy that hairspray, the colored stuff, and spray my hair blue. And it didn't go well. Like, it was fine, but it didn't do what I expected it to. And so, I did end up buying a wig. And so I worked on Halloween. For concealer, I'm using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid concealer in the shade Fair 20N. Yeah, in that video, I just sprayed my hair and I didn't do a wig, and then worked on Halloween, so I decided to buy a wig. But literally haven't worn that wig since then. It's just sitting in my closet. And although I bought a cheap wig, it's kind of like, it's just a waste of money after that. I think I'm going to do something kind of 1950s inspired with my hair. I chose this concealer today because it's brightening enough, but the fairy godmother really not wearing much makeup at all. I went and watched the movie again recently just to kind of get a look at what she's wearing. And honestly, she might be wearing a little blush and look like she's wearing some mascara. And maybe a little bit of liner. It was hard to tell, of course, because she's a cartoon. It was hard to tell if they just made it look like she had really thick lashes or if she was wearing some liner. It just looked like she kind of was just an older lady with some lashes. But, you know, we gotta do a sum. So I'm really just picking this concealer just to give us a little bit of brightness under the eye. Because as you can tell, it's not a super brightening concealer. It just gives us some coverage with a little bit of brightness. Now I'm going to bake because I have to bake my under eye, and of course I'm going to be using my favorite setting powder to bake. This is the Coty Translucent Airspun Powder. Don't let that confuse you. We are still going to be doing some glitter and some glam. I'm kind of doing my own version of her, to be honest. She's my guideline. She's my inspiration, but I'm still doing my own twist on her. So I'm going to go ahead and throw on my brows. I'm using the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. And I will be right back. Alright, let's go ahead and move into the eyes. I want to do the eyes first because I worried that there will be some fallout. I'm going to start with Jeffree Star Cremated Palette. And I'm just going to buff out those creases on my lid. And I'm going to take the white matte shade down the bottom row called Death Blow. And I'm going to set down the lids, I guess. Now I'm going to take the shade called Eulogy. It's a nice, pretty cool toned shade, but it's not super dark. And I'm taking out a fluffy brush, but it's not a super large fluffy brush. And I'm going to work that in the crease. Now the reason I'm working with a little bit of a smaller brush is because I just don't want to get too carried away with this shade. Just because it's a little bit darker, it's a little bit more of an intense shade. Just don't want to get too carried away. Now I'm going to take just a nice fluffy blending brush and just really soften it up. I'm almost wanting to make more of a shadowy illusion in that crease than like a true crease color, if that makes sense. Next, I'm going to take the shade called Diamond Ashes. It is that intense white shimmery shade on the very bottom. And I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to coat the whole bottom lid in that. So basically from the lash line all the way up to that shade we just popped in the crease. Going to grab my ColourPop's Disney Designer Collection Midnight Masquerade palette, which is perfect because we're creating a Disney character. And we're going to be jumping into the shade called Royal Ball. It is that chunky, glittery shade. And I'm going to use my finger as well, and I'm going to pop that right over top of that other glittery shade. This was the shade I was honestly worried about. This glittery shade is just, it's so chunky. I mean, it's gorgeous. Let's see if I can get it to focus on it. Like, it's so pretty, but those chunks of glitter just fall everywhere down my cheeks. So let's see if we can get it to kind of coat onto my finger there. Oh my gosh, I love it. Like, I just feel like a fairy when I'm wearing this shade. There's two of these shades in this palette. There's this one, and the other one's called Floating Lantern, and it's kind of a really, it's a more pink, I don't know what you call that. Gorgeous, I don't know. I've done a look with that shade as well on my channel, and it's so pretty. I did a look with that, I think right after I got this palette, so probably close to a year ago. Oh my gosh, that is so stunning. I freaking love this shade. It's just so pretty, you guys. I seriously got some major fallout under those eyes. Like, look at that. I want to take my Maybelline Master Precise liquid liner in the shade Black, and I'm going to throw on a wing, but it's not going to be a very big wing, just a small wing, okay? At least that's the plan. Okay, so actually as I was doing my liner, I decided not to do a wing. I just think it would maybe look best with that one. So let's go ahead and move on to the skin. Get off some of this extra glitter. So I'm just gonna sweep away that baking. I actually want to take my setting spray and kind of spray my eyes down to kind of get that chunky glitter to really just set in. While that's kind of setting in and drying, I'm going to take my e.l.f. Sheer Tint Finishing Powder and set down my skin. Like I was saying earlier, she really doesn't have a lot of like contour or highlight. She's honestly not wearing a lot of makeup, so I'm going to go with a pretty soft bronzer. I'm going to use my NARS Diffused Bronzer in the shade Seaside. Because of course I can't go without bronzer. And we are doing a glam look, but this is a softer bronzer. I'm trying to stay somewhat true to her original character while adding in some major flair of me. And then she actually has kind of a little bit of a round nose, so I'm gonna go over kind of the back side of the tip of my nose and kind of just round my nose tip out a little bit. I know it doesn't completely make my nose look round, but I don't know, I feel like it helps a little bit. Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know. I feel like she had some pretty like rosy cheeks. She's kind of a chubby lady, a little bit like me, so we're gonna really rose up those cheeks. So I went through and picked out my two like pinkiest bubblegummy rosy blushes, and I pulled out the Milani Coral Cove blush and my Burt's Bees Shy Pink blush, and I'm gonna mix these two. I just think putting these two together is gonna make this a really pretty like cutesy blush color. And I'm not gonna be afraid to go in on the apples of those cheeks and really blush her up. Normally, you know, I do a good amount of blush, but you know, we don't go ham today, we are going ham. So I'm going to focus on those apples and then I'm going to work it out towards the temples. Yeah, wow, like that. Like, normally when I'd say, okay, that was too much blush and try to fix it up, no, that's where we want to go today. That's kind of our goal. And then I'm even going to do some on the nose because that's who I am. I can't help myself. And I'll do a little on the forehead as well. Yes, I know that's a lot of blush, but like, that's what I'm going for. I'm going to go ahead and highlight, and I was debating on highlight, and then I was like, why are you debating? There's one obvious choice for highlight, and that is the Disney Designer Collection Horse and Carriage highlight, the Cinderella highlight. Like, obviously, hello, she's a Cinderella character. I need to use the Cinderella highlight. That just, to me, honestly, makes the most sense. And I am not going to be shy with the highlight either, just because she is a fairy. She may be a fairy godmother, and she may be an older lady, but she's still a fairy. Yes, I love it. This is so much fun, you guys. Like, I haven't done a look with this much blush and like color on the skin in a long time, because, you know, normally it's like you want your eyes to be the focus or the lips to be the focus, and the skin is just kind of the skin. It's just what ties it all together. And we need an inner corner highlight first of all, so let's just throw on, maybe I should use Diamond Ashes in the inner corner. I don't know that I've ever really used Diamond Ashes as an inner corner highlight before, so let's attempt it. I know this isn't the best shadow with a brush, but I think it'll work okay. And now I'm going to set my whole face down And I don't think I told you what I'm using for a makeup setting spray. I'm kind of just using the only one I have right now. Everything else is like running super low. I need to go and purchase a good one again. Honestly, if I was going out for Halloween, I'd probably use like a Urban Decay de-slicking spray. They're all-nighter or one of those ones. But I don't have one of those at the moment, so I'm just going to be using the Believe Beauty setting spray, their makeup perfecting spray. And I'm going to give my lashes a good coat of mascara before I throw on my lashes. I've been using the NARS Climax mascara if I'm going to throw lashes on. I'm going to coat my upper and lower lashes. Also, there's some lashes on. They are the Russian Volume from Kiss. So now I'm going to throw on a lip, and I'm kind of thinking I want to do something kind of pinky and glossy. So I want to use the Disney Designer liquid lip from ColourPop in the shade Prince Charming. It came in the duo with the highlight, and then I think I want to top it with this Ish Beauty Hydra lip gloss. It's kind of an opaque, light, pale pink lip gloss. I think will just look really pretty over top. I always forget how soft the formula for that liquid lipstick is. Like, it's matte, but it's so buttery and soft. Like, it just feels really, really good on the lips. But I think I want it to be glossy. So, like I said, I'm going to take that Ish Hydra Gloss over top. What I like about this gloss is it's not sticky. It almost feels like a lip balm. Yeah, I love that lip color. Just a really like bubbly pink that I was thinking to go kind of with that bubbly pink blush. Let's move into the hair. I'll kind of show you what I was thinking I want to do with my hair. I've been playing around with a couple different ideas. My first thought was to just leave it down curly, because that, you know, would be just an easy, pretty way to go. But then I was like, well, I don't know, and I don't know, I might do something completely different than I show you guys today. But then my second thought was, the movie is a 1950s movie, so let's do kind of a 1950s inspired thing. She's got kind of a like old-fashioned pixie cut. So she's got kind of this like funky heavy bang, and then a little bit of wispy on the side, and then you can't see what the rest of her haircut really looks like because she's got that hood on. So my thought was to take a thicker bang piece and kind of toss this back, and then maybe a little bit from this side as well. And then to kind of pull all the rest of it back into either a bun or a ponytail. For now, we'll do just a ponytail. We could do a bun if we wanted to later. So I'm just going to kind of pull it into a mid ponytail, if you will. And I'm just using an invisible hair tie. And then securing it nice and tight to the back of the head, like so. And now I've got these two sections at the front of the head here. And I'm going to take just my hairbrush, just give it a little bit of teasing or backcombing just for a little bit of texture, not much, just a little bit. And then I'm just going to take my fingers and smooth it out a little bit. I do this a lot with a lot of my looks, just because it does give a little bit of volume and texture to stuff, just a little bit of body in there. And then I think what I want to do is kind of frame the hair forward a little bit, if that makes sense, almost giving me a faux side bang. What do you guys think? And then just pinning it back like so. And I would probably curl these few like little pieces that are around the face. That way it had a little bit of something around the face. It's almost kind of got a little bit of a bang because she has that little bit of a weird pixie bang thing going. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you hate it? I don't know. Like I said, I could absolutely change my mind by the time Halloween comes, but I will be wearing the hood as well, so I'm going to keep my hair like this. I do think I want to pin my ponytail into a bun, so I'm just going to take it and kind of twist it into a bun back here and pin it up. But I'm going to go ahead and get dressed and show you guys my costume. Like I said though, if you guys are watching this for an idea, I 100% recommend going and buying just a simple, easy white pixie cut wig. I will find one and link it down below for you. I just don't want to spend the money because I'm not really going anywhere. It'll be linked down below, you guys. Alright, so this is my outfit. Most of this is something I already own. The only things I bought was this dress and the bow tie. I did look at the Goodwill for a dress or a skirt, and I couldn't find anything at the Goodwill here in town. And I had a bow tie, but it was red, and I needed something pink just because that's what she wears. So the bow tie was really cheap. Both of them came from Amazon. I will link them down below. Neither one of them were very expensive. Both of them, I would say, are affordable things. The dress was actually a maternity dress, but it was the only thing I could find that was what I was looking for as far as style and color that was affordable. So it is a no sleeve. The only sleeve it has is the ruffle that comes across the chest. It cinches just below the chest, and it has a nice cinch neckline as well. And then this is a clip-on bow tie. The neck strap is adjustable, and it clips in the back, and it is just silk. And it's actually a pretty big bow tie, very comfortable. It's pretty loose, and I have a fairly good sized neck, so fits me very comfortably. And this dress is super soft, super flowy, very comfortable. And then this I have had for a couple of years. The brand is Simply Noel. It is a zip-up cotton cardigan, I would call it. And it has a nice hoodie. And this is actually kind of what gave me the idea of doing it, to be the fairy godmother. I wanted to find something that I could throw on with this. I thought this would be cute to create a costume. It's a pretty long cardigan. It comes down to about mid-thigh. That it has the hood on it. My wand here is actually just a chopstick. I painted white and then painted over with glitter paint. And then my shoes, get you guys a close-up of my shoes. These flats are actually what my bridesmaids wore at my wedding. They came from a Ross probably about 3.5 years ago. One of my bridesmaids wore them for my wedding and then didn't want them. No, actually that is not true. They didn't wear them. We bought them for my wedding and then ended up buying different shoes for them. A couple of these things were things I already owned, a couple things I purchased, but that's kind of how I usually do my Halloween costumes. I try to makeshift things, create things, repurpose things. Well guys, I had an absolute blast pulling this look together. I'm so happy with how everything turned out. I actually really like the way the hair turned out with the hood on. I do think on Halloween I will throw a little bit of curl in these kind of wispy pieces that hang down. But I just think it looks so cute with the little wand and this pink bow. And I just love it. I am so, so happy with how it all turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give it a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you guys have a happy and safe Halloween. Bye.